Welcome back for another video. It's crunch time in FPL. Double Gameweek 32, double Gameweek 33, blank Gameweek 34. That's our schedule. If you can navigate this period well, you're going to come out the other side flying. So we're going to look at what the best FPL managers are doing this week. Hit subscribe to benefit for free from data from an FPL champion, managers with 5 top 100 finishes, 49 top 1k finishes, and 409 top 10k finishes. So let's do the manager highlight first, and there's a change at the top spot. Brian's moved ahead after a score of 64 points, which takes him up to 1.1k in the world. There's 12 experts top 10k now heading into the double-double, and there's 53 ranked in the top 50k. Did you manage to beat the average expert score of 56 points? So this week, 81% are actually rolling the transfer, 15% making 1, and 4% making 2, just a few taking a -4 here. We're going to talk a bit less about which players they're buying and selling this week, since a lot of them are obviously rolling. Instead, it's going to be all about the double game week's chip strategy. There's an absolute ton of chips active right now actually among the Experts League. So let's actually take a quick look at the list then. So it's a tie at the top, 4% are buying Murphy, Cielo, Trippier and Eze. So should you go Gordon to Murphy? Well, Gordon, he was back available for selection last match after serving his suspension, but he still missed out entirely. If the situation hasn't improved as we're near the deadline, then make the switch, even if it's for a hit. What about Cielo then? He's on absolutely no one's radar till that Gabriel injury, and now he's a hot topic right now. My view when reacting to that Gabriel injury at the time it happened was that Cielo would likely be the one that comes in, because Arteta loves a left footer and left centre back. He's only 4.8 million as well. Does he start every single game though? Well, it's not a given, especially if he starts against Brentford, because they've got the second leg of the Champions League against Real Madrid afterwards, where he'll definitely start. And then it's a double game week as well, so it's a packed schedule. If you don't have the money to afford Saliba, he's a great option though. There's loads of assistant manager chips active, just a couple are making a transfer this week, Potter to Glasner ahead of that double-double for Palace. 3 of those 4 fixtures table bonus eligible as well, so it's massive upside if they can carve out a result. Even a draw or 2 would be huge. So it's Gabriel, of course, the most sold player, 11% getting rid of him. So looking at defender replacements, other than Cielo, we've got Trippier, Ruben Diaz, Saliba, Milenkovic and Dunk. The only caveat of Ruben longer term is his minutes. He's on 5 starts in a row right now, which is actually his longest stretch of continuous starts this season. Akanji, Stones, Ake all flagged, so you should be safe for the double game week. If they do get the double game week 36 by beating Forest in the FA Cup semi-finals, then just be aware it could be a headache by then. Akanji will be back before that. He should tide you over double game week 33 nicely though. Vardio undeniably the better pick if you've got the extra money. Some of you of course already have Vardio, and it's worth pointing out that Marmoush, Vardio and Rubens a really nice triple up for the double game week, given elsewhere like Foden and Savinho, their minutes look a bit iffy recently. Let's try something new. I've made the double game week tier list, so it's a simple but quite an effective measurement. So in a nutshell, who are the most popular double gaming assets by the experts by ownership? So it's sorted left to right, highest ownership to lowest. So looking at Newcastle first, it's Isak obviously first, then it's Murphy, Livramento, Burn and Trippier. I mean, they got it right with Livramento last match, obviously coming up with his first assist of the season. Ordinarily, his underlying numbers aren't good, but he did have a great game, and it was a brilliant ball across to Murphy for the goal. And then it's Burn, and then it's Trippier. So no Share, Pope or Barnes in the top 5. I mean, Barnes has actually played 90 minutes the last 2 games in a row. If Gordon's injury ends up being a serious one and he's out longer term, then Barnes could be a crazy sleeper pick. I mean, you could go triple attack with Murphy, Barnes and Isak. As far as Palace, it's Mateta number 1, and then it's Sarr, Munoz, Eze and Henderson. Mateta and Munoz both finding the back of the net last match. Again, that went great for them. Sarr blanked, while Eze actually came away with 2 assists. It is worth pointing out that Eze came away with just 0.02 expected assists for the game. So basically the same as Sarr. I think he got 0.01. Let me know if you'd like a double game week tier list in game week 33 as well. We'll have a proper look at the ownership percentages as well when we look at the experts team in a minute. So there's a lot going on this week with chips. There's no wildcards or free hits active. However, 28% are bench boosting, 30% triple captaining, and 9% have got the assistant manager active. And I can confirm that every single triple captain chip is active on Isak. FPL Faith has got his assistant manager active. His team is Raya, Munoz, Vardio, Livramento, Salah, Saka, Rogers, Murphy, Mateta, Marmish and Isak. So it's Glasner assistant manager for him. He sent a few notes about the decision to activate it as well, and why Glasner. He said, "Hi all, this is my current team for Gameweek 32, and I'm using the assistant manager now because I missed the boat to play it during Gameweek 24 to 26, as I was already tripled up on both Liverpool and Everton players, and I therefore decided to use my triple captainship instead on Salah in double Gameweek 24, which worked out nicely. I see this period as the next best opportunity to capitalise by using the chip for 5 consecutive games. I've chosen to go with Glasner mainly for the upside of table bonus, as I am chasing the top 100k finish. Also because it's a route that minimises the number of transfers I'll have to make by switching between managers. I hope that these extra saved transfers will put me in a good position to navigate a potential double Gameweek 36. And Christian's got his team set up for a potential bench boost this week. His team is Raya, Saliba, Munoz, Livramento, Salah, Saka, Sarr, Murphy, Marmish, Isak and Mateta. So the bench will be Sels, Vardio, Milenkovic and Savinho. Here's what he had to say. Like many other engaged managers, I wildcarded in Gameweek 31 with triple captain, free hit and bench boost left. After a first look, it was pretty clear that free hit would be used in Gameweek 34. The decision between triple captain 32 to bench boost 33 or bench boost 32 triple captain 33 was quite close. After the positive news from Saka before Gameweek 31, Arsenal's double Gameweek 33 looked more attractive as they were playing Ipswich. On top of that, the shorter time between my wildcard in Gameweek 32 felt like an advantage for bench boost 32, with less chances of injuries and bans in between. With this in mind and comparable bench boost options, I adapted my team accordingly, opting for a double Forest defence to face Everton in Gameweek 32 with a decent chance of a clean sheet plus decent odds for a double Gameweek in 36. I also added a third City asset as they face Palace in 32 and a double in 33. Due to budget constraints, I went with Savinho, who has seen a lot of minutes in the last few weeks, and he felt somewhat secure minutes with some decent returns. It also gave me a nice way to bench my Newcastle assets in 33 as they travel to Villa Park. Fast forward to this week, and we've seen Saka pick up a minor knock in the Champions League, while Savinho was surprisingly benched in the Manchester derby. With these two little doubts, I'm currently reconsidering my options and waiting for the press conferences. I'm not expecting much help from either Pep or Arteta. Triple captain Isak in 32 might be a reasonable decision, and there are options to sell, e.g. Murphy to Rogers for a decent bench boost in 33. With Forest facing a struggling Spurs side, I'm not sure what to do. If Saka is declared completely fit and with Arsenal's exceptional performance against Madrid in mind, I might stick with my original plans and hope for the best. After all, it's a close call with lots of variance, so let's hope for the best. Good luck everyone. Thanks for sending in guys, best of luck with the chips. A very short look at captaincy next. It is 100% consensus this week, you might have guessed it, they're all on Isak captain. Is there anyone else that we're sleeping on this week? Like Murphy just bagged a 16 pointer, what about him? Well, given how good Isak's been all season, it's a huge risk to go against him, and arguably not the week to go differential. Looking at FP Review's projections, Isak's miles ahead on 10.7 points, Trippier's on 8.2, Salah, Palmer and Eze 7.7, Mateta 7.5, and Murphy 7.4. Looking at the projected goals for Gameweek 32, Newcastle are on 3.85, which is also comfortably top, so yeah, logic says that's where captaincy should be targeted at least. I mean, Palace are on 2.2 projected goals across their 2 games, which is actually fewer than 3 single Gameweek fixtures. Onto the experts team next, so here's how we're looking for double Gameweek 32. It's Raya in goal, it's Vardio, Munoz and Livramento at the back, Sarr, Murphy, Palmer and Salah in midfield, and Mateta, Marmish and Isak front 3. If you've got this sort of defender combination, then I guess you could opt for Saliba or Konsa to avoid playing attackers versus defenders when you've got Vardio and Palace mids or Mateta, especially if you're chasing maximum swing game weeks. It's possible that Emery and Arteta do rotate a lot next game week. I mean, it's almost a certainty they do. Saliba should be safe, Konsa remains to be seen really. So the experts template doublers are Munoz, Sarr, Mateta, Livramento, Murphy and Isak. How many players have you got from the expert starting 11 template team? We talk about template a lot, and something that's worth pointing out is that owning players in combination itself is a massive differential. Let me give you an example. Only 3.9% of managers own Munoz, Sarr and Mateta. I mean, imagine owning a 3.9% owned player with a double game week. You'd be buzzing with that. Only 1.93% own Livramento, Murphy and Isak. So that's even lower than the Palace triple up in the Experts template. What about all 6 then? Well, then you're looking at 0.9%, not even a percent owns these 6 doublers. So perhaps the takeaway is don't go differential just for the sake of it. Like, you can make massive gains, and losses, even if it feels like you've got a template team. And captaincy can sometimes be a sufficient way to basically differentiate yourself. It's going to be very interesting to see what double Gameweek 33 captaincy looks like next week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on more of this. So moving on to the experts' final thoughts and tips, here's what they had to say this week. Alchemist is reassessing his chip strategy in light of last game week. He says, with Savinho and Saka in my team, I'm currently reassessing bench boost and I'm thinking about triple captain for Isak. Ben Coleman has similar concerns and tweaking his strategy. He says, bench boost feels a bit risky this week for my team due to the risk of rotation at Arsenal and Villa in the middle of their European ties. I'm going to play it in Gameweek 33 instead when the team should be a bit more settled. Martin Hamway with a nice reminder that one player can change everything, and he says, after a poor few weeks with not much change in rank, I was looking forward to the season ending. My hero Jacob Murphy helped me make a huge jump in rank in mini leagues. I've now got the passion back, triple captain 32, bench boost 33 and free hit 34, let's go. And lastly, some credit to a Munpal man who's closing in on a ridiculous comeback, finally into the top 100k after being 4.2 million in the world after Gameweek 9. It's time for Isak to cook. Thanks very much for watching, see you soon for the next one.